All right, we're going to introduce 2.8.3 here, which is using the slope of a line to write an equation of a line if we're given a particular point. So we're going to use the point slope form of an equation where we have this format, and notice parts of these are colored. The y1 is colored, the m is colored, and the x1 is colored. Those are the only points we're filling in because x1 and y1 are the point we're given. The point given, or the point we choose, theoretically, and m is the slope. The y and the x that have no 1 on them represent the unknowns that remain to keep this a general equation. I keep this a general equation, right? So we plug in our x point with the x and our y point with the y. We put our slope as the coefficient outside of the parentheses. Outside parentheses. This is a review of algebra. We did this in our algebra, in my algebra class last year. So we're just going to review this and then we're going to add it to the geometry that we did in the last sublesson. So we're going to practice this a little bit. First, just converting from point slope form to slope intercept form. So if we're given something, we've been given this in point slope form, and we want to convert this to slope intercept. That's the format we're familiar with. It is y equals mx plus b. It has no parentheses, and y is all by itself. So to do that, we're first going to get rid of the parentheses. First going to eliminate the parentheses by distributing. So see this in example 1. We're just copying the first part down because we're not doing anything with that part. Same thing here. We're not doing anything with the left part in our first step. And then we're going to distribute. Remember, when we distribute, we have to multiply times everything in the parentheses. So my 2 times x becomes 2x. And my 2 times negative 4 becomes negative 8. Same thing over here. 1/2 times x becomes 1/2 x. Or you could write that x over 2. And my 1/2 times 6 times plus 6 becomes plus 3. Okay. Then, again, remember, for slope intercept form, y equals mx plus b, our y is by itself. So we're going to add or subtract to get y by itself. We're going to add or subtract whatever is with the y. This is now where we're going to pay attention to the stuff on the left. We just want to add or subtract to get y by itself. So in this case, I have a plus 3. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. So I have y equals, my 2x carries down. I'm done messing with my x. And my negative 8 plus negative 3 becomes negative 11. And then over here, I had minus 2 with my y. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. I have y equals, again, I already did my messing with my x last term. I don't need to do it again. 3 plus 2 is plus 5. So that's just moving from point slope form to slope intercept form, a review of that algebra concept. All right. Now, what if we're given a slope? Oops, we're given a slope. Here we go, slope of. And we're given a point, and we're asked to find the equation of a line. If we're given a slope and a point, we want to always just start with the point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And use this. So our relationship in words is equation with point slope. We're given a point, we're given a slope. All right, the general equation for point slope is this right here. I wrote it up there for reference. It's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. This is an easy point to get. We just need to select the right equation. What are our known values? Well, I'm given this point, so that means that x1 equals -2, and y1 equals 5, and my slope, m, equals -3/4. So I substitute these into the equation, and y, notice these values, this y and this x, they don't change. I'm going to carry them down exactly. Okay, those parts don't change. My parts that change are the y1, the m, and the x1. All right, so let's start with our x1 was -2, and our y1 was 5, and our slope was -3/4. Right? Now, we need to simplify. This is really just a point saying, hey, by the way, simplify, which is that when we say simplify, any place we have this double negative, we just need to make that a single positive. That's our simplify step. It becomes y minus 5 equals -3/4 x plus 2. And that is our simplified answer. Right? Then this last step is to do the second part here, rewrite that equation into slope-intercept form. That is, rewrite the relationship in words, rewrite in slope-intercept. Okay, so this was my starting equation, y minus 5 equals -3/4 x plus 2. And then when I'm converting to slope-intercept, first I distribute. So I copy this first part straight down. Y minus 5 equals. I multiply times the first, -3/4 x. I multiply times the second. My 2 and my 4 are going to reduce to give me -3/2. And then I need to add, subtract to solve for y. I'm going to add 5 and add 5. For y equals -3/4 x. 5 is 10 halves, which is 7 halves. And that's it.